Off the bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester,
Yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo!
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 Ow!
Ah, it was so much better.
It was smoother with
I don't know what was
Hey.
different, but it was so much.
When you're not here, Matt doesn't howl.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't. He
And-
hadn't done it the last like three
Well,
times.
and I never say anything because, I think maybe he's not doing it because it's not the full wolf pack. But I never called him out on it. But I just thought about it because I was going to see if you were going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
none of the
Matt doesn't howl when you're not here.
none of the wolf howls sounded
That
like
tells
smokers
so
this morning.
much about somebody. Yeah.
What's crazy is these three are like the constant wolf packers.
Yeah. He just
We're diehard wolf pack.
Yeah, we just let him join our pack.
Yeah.
He walked
That's,
up late.
that's not even original band member.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Wow. He's the guy that joined us halfway in the World Tour because we had to replace him, Gosh. All right. Didn't like that news to start the show.
No, well,
But it is the OG Wolfpack here today.
the OG tripod.
That's right. Jake Alondra, Tay Tay here with you. And like Tay Tay laid out, going to have a lot of guests here today because, well, Matt's not here. Matt hates guests, but we love them. So we're going to have a bunch of them. I am looking forward to today's show. Looking forward to previewing the softball regional with Coach Torino. Looking forward to hearing from the voice of the LSU Tigers. Of course, got baseball wrapping up, getting ready for football. And, well, the voice finally gets to take a little bit of a break for his voice here coming up. And then, of course, we got Ross Jackson talking Saints in about 25 minutes from now. So, but as always, before we get there, a little vibe check around the room. Alondra, Tay Tay, how we doing?
Great. I think Taylor's trying to get on my good side. I got here this morning and I had a Dr. Pepper waiting, trying to get on my good side.
I mean,
just rip the Band-Aid off. What's the bad news?
I know. He's like,
guys, look, they were expired. They were throwing them in the trash, okay?
they're like the rats from Hanavirus got into these.
Oh, dude, out in LP, had to fight off a chicken to get that Dr. Pepper this morning, okay? It was, no, I mean.
So what are you going to say to make me angry then?
Yeah, what is it? Just tell us.
I mean, there's nothing. It was buy one, get one free. So
There's no catch.
I grabbed one and
It's crazy.
grabbed the second one.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah, shout out Tay Tay for the Dr.
Well, guys, don't say I never did anything for you guys, okay?
Check
Gave me poison Dr.
for,
Pepper.
needle marks like you used to do your Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Right, like
Absolutely. Might be a razor blade or two in there.
oh, Lord.
Shake it up a little bit. Make sure it doesn't come out. So.
But yeah, doing great. Hit a little pump this morning.
Oh.
Y'all, I'm getting up there in bench press.
What time do you get there?
I get there
we start this show at 7 a.m. and you've already worked out.
So it depends. Lately, I've been getting there at 5, but I used to go at 4:30 in the morning so that I could get here at a reasonable time.
Yeah.
And then usually I just text y'all hey, I'm going to be coming in hot this morning.
Yeah.
But I didn't text y'all this morning, but I get there this morning. I got there at 4:45.
Oof.
But I need to get back to doing 4:30 because I get out there earlier and then I get here earlier.
They have a class at 4:30, or is
they have
it
a
just
5 a.m. class.
Bring your own juice. You don't have a class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they have a 5 a.m. at it's called the Block. Shout out, you know.
Owned by Jenny, obviously.
Yeah, Jenny from the actually Gabby. Shout out, but
it would be cool.
Gabby
if it
and
was
Walker,
Jenny.
they're the best. But so they have a 5 a.m. class.
Okay.
But they let myself in at 4:30. And start it
right
so that I could get out.
Yeah,
They leave a window unlocked.
Yeah,
Crawls in.
I have to crawl in there. No, it's like a code
the first part
situation.
of your workout. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Crawling
getting in the
window.
building is.
If you
the
can get in this
warm-up.
window, you can work out.
Yeah, I'm getting up there and bench.
What's the bench looking like? What you
I was
benching?
okay. So, girls obviously don't have the upper body strength that men do. Like
Right.
our lower body is stronger than our upper body,
Yeah.
and men can just pump out 135, no problem, right?
Yeah.
My goal is to eventually be able to put 45s on each side.
Which is awesome. Yeah.
This morning, not a big deal. But I had 25s on each side. So what is that? 50,
Well, is it
95.
Yes, if it's the Olympic bar,
Yeah, it's
95.
45. So I had 95. I was repping 95 this morning.
There we go.
Okay.
Not a big deal at all, but I'm pretty excited
So what's the
about
goal?
it.
Like, what's the finish line? Do we want to throw some plates on there?
I want to throw like 45s on there. Like, and then after that, I don't know. We'll see. But that's like my goal.
If you want to like.
I would feel so badass if I had
would
45s on each
If
side.
you want to hear gym lingo, at least in our weight rooms, it was like if you wanted a plate,
It's a
it was
45. Yeah.
Throw some plates on there. Yeah.
I know. So I didn't know if people, because I'm like, hey, let me put some plates on it.
If they don't
and
know,
they'll
like,
give
oh,
me-
you don't know, bro?
I know. Yeah.
You don't go to the gym.
I'm like, y'all are not meatheads.
That's
Because
right.
like
That's
me,
right.
if I'm like, hey, I want to put plates on it, I'm putting 45s on.
Yeah, because they're plates.
Right.
Yeah. The other
But
ones
then
aren't.
people are like, I'll say it there. I'm like, I'm going to put some plates on. And they're like, what, how many? Or like, what, wait, 10s? And I'm like, no, give me the 45. I
Yeah.
said plates.
Yeah.
What, just the bar?
No.
It's okay. You're a meathead, and we love you for it.
I like to think of myself as one.
Yeah. No, you are.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I feel like I got
Look
a
at
pretty
these
good
calluses.
gauge. That's right. What'd you say yesterday? I'm going to put super glue on there just to make them. Was that
What?
you or Matt?
That might have been Matt. What are you talking
Sounds
about?
like that sounds like a mad
Matt
thing.
said
Super glue sounds like Matt.
to make it look like calluses.
No, I don't have to make it look like I have calluses.
Must have been Matt.
That was Matt.
Somebody said it because we were talking workout during the break, and I heard it. You can put
That
super
was
glue
Matt.
on there to make it look like calluses.
And I don't do I don't like to do the straps or anything. So we just raw dog
I
the
was
bar.
always like hit or miss with the straps.
Yeah.
Moffat liked them, but
Also, like I feel like if you use the straps, it doesn't help with your grip strength.
no,
I don't like the
either.
chalk either.
I
A
think
lot of people chalk
I do
the
now. I
bar.
do love some chalk.
Do you?
I do
Yeah.
get a little crazy with the chalk. I feel like the straps, it helped you from not dropping it, and
Yeah.
so you could hold it up a little bit longer, but the grip wasn't there because it's cloth,
Right.
you know, so it's a little bit slipperier. So
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
love
feel
this.
great.
Just a little meathead talk
Yeah.
in the morning. Okay, all right. Taylor, what'd you do that was meathead last night?
Well, I mean, I guess I went to the gym yesterday afternoon.
Hell yeah.
But I tell you, dude,
Plates.
we got we got some plates in.
Well, no, I'm
guys.
saying like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, Tay Tay.
We so I don't know the benchmark, so I'll actually look. You know, everybody's laying out their extensive workout regimen. Might as well do the same. Normally, when we go to the gym, it's like, you know, I'm not out there trying to max out every day, so I
No.
don't know what the max is. But normally,
No, I mean,
just
I'm a meathead, but I also have
Right.
boundaries.
Yeah.
My lord.
like normally just like a plate and a 5, 10 reps, and then add like 15 pounds, 8 reps, and
Yeah.
then normally I do
10, 8, 6 or something.
Yeah. Normally I
Yeah.
do like 196 reps.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I don't know the max, but I mean, if 196, I don't know what.
Yeah, there's a chart, but we don't have it. in
Yeah, I'm
front
like
of us.
I don't know, whatever that is. But no, we got the crib and the
That's crazy.
and the furniture for the baby room yesterday.
So you
guys.
got it all put together, or are the crib boxes in the room?
Well, I got the dresser put together. Did the dresser
Ah.
come put together? Yes, it did. But I have the dresser put together. No, I wasn't able to.
together.
No, I mean, I'll show you a picture during break. I should have pulled it up. One of the boxes was like bigger than my truck. Like I had to wait till 6 o'clock to have somebody help me bring it in. Like it was this is a heavy boy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't even get it in the house
Poor
till
Victoria, 7 months pregnant, out there lifting
Yeah, I
a
mean,
box.
man,
it was
could've-
actually my father-in-law who came and helped me because my dad apparently worked till like 8 o'clock.
You
last
called your
night,
father-in-law and said your daughter right now is worthless, helping me move this furniture.
So, well,
Golly, Taylor.
one, she is worthless when it comes to moving furniture in her current state. Two, she actually wasn't even home. So
in her current state.
she was doing like a little yoga thing last night. And but yeah, I didn't even get it in the house till about 7. At that point I was tired. I was like, you know what? It looks really good in that box on the floor. We're gonna leave it there for a day. So today starts the fun stuff.
Yeah, and the crib's one of those things that it's not like you can leave. Like, oh, I got extra pieces here. Yeah, you can't have extra pieces for the
No.
crib. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
you gotta
sounds
make
problematic.
Sure, yeah, you got to make sure. My father-in-law, he always has extra pieces when he puts furniture together. It's
No.
like, yeah, they gave these extra pieces, and I was like, no.
They're not extra.
I didn't know I had to put together the crib. I was like, Victoria, I'd have paid extra if it was already put together. Like you should have told me.
You could have gone like a Facebook Marketplace type situation.
I
Like went and got one that was already assembled.
hate putting furniture together.
Oh,
Yeah, I do too.
So you'd
I
hate
do
to live
too.
in a city with IKEA.
Oh, I used to have IKEA
Oh,
furniture,
yeah,
and it was
growing up.
like,
Yeah, true.
well, I would order it to like back in the day when I was like still in college.
You're
'Cause it was
balling on a
cheap.
budget.
Right?
Yeah.
It's cheap, and they would come, and it's all Swedish, and it's all complicated, and I always had missing or extra pieces every
Yeah.
time. I was
Yeah.
your father-in-law.
Yeah. Not
hate
supposed
it.
to wobble like that.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I had a TV stand that was not fully made for at least 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it. Starts today.
Hey, you got between 5 to 8 weeks.
Right. Oh, yeah. And
You
then
know?
Victoria had the nerve to walk in the door last night. She's like, cribs put together. I was like, Victoria, this is a minimum 3-day process. Like, absolutely not. We're going to start it tomorrow.
Victoria-
We'll be done.
Definitely not listening to the show with that last statement
Right.
you just said, and you knew it.
Yeah, no, she's not.
Clipping it and sending it to her now.
Victoria had the nerve. Ooh.
And then she said, oh, so it's all put together, like laughing. I was like, Victoria, this is going to be done sometime between tomorrow and like when the baby gets here.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to take our time on this.
Well, Jake's put together 5, so.
Yeah. I can tell you, it's a process. You know, I would always go with the metal, like iron one. The wood ones are the one that gets you.
Well, this is a wood. This is a wood. Well, and the guy goes, he's
You
loaded
know,
up
if you
with a
only would have had a
forklift.
resource to ask, I would
Jake.
have told you.
Victoria always wants something very specific for each room. I appreciate it. Wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
I'd have been like, well, Jake said that we should get the metal one. And her response would be, well, Jake's never seen the lighting in this room. So, I mean, I get it.
He's
I
never seen
appreciate
the
it.
color palette in this room, this design.
Yeah.
Although I probably have. Had a lot of tries at this. So, boy, right? Razr?
Yep.
Yeah, I had a lot of tries at that. All right. Well, Godspeed.
Brett in the chat says, get in the crib after you assemble it. If it holds you, your baby's good. That's a good point.
Also, this one is huge. So, like, the reason we bought this one,
You expecting Razr to be a big boy?
she hopes not.
Oh, you better.
I mean, nothing I can do about it. This one can like turn all the way into like a full size bed at some point. So like
Yeah,
this is dude's bed forever. So I imagine it would hold me.
Oh,
You just take down one of the
if it's one
walls
of
and-
those, and when he's like 3 or 4, and he's like, "Dad, like, come sleep with me," like, yeah, you better hope it can, because
Yeah.
you'll be in there.
Yeah, it's a full size
I
bed.
can't tell you
Like,
how many times T-Bob would tell the story of him waking up in like Alice's bed.
he would text us, "God, sorry, I'm gonna be late this morning. Woke up in my kid's bed."
Yeah,
Like, okay,
he sure did a lot. Oh, all right.
Wait, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good. So I'm throwing the first pitch out on Friday. Now we do have a baseball game in Zachary at 4
I'm so excited for you to throw the pitch out.
on Friday. So I'm gonna have to leave Zachary at 4. I guess I'm gonna have to take my afternoon show off.
Oh, true.
But
I just booked you. I was like, we're doing this. I don't care. You figure your schedule out.
Right. So I have to do that. Then I have to book it from Zachary to the box. But I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
what time is the game Friday?
6:30.
6:30.
Okay,
You
I
got to
will
be there at 6.
Well, I will be there in spirit.
You should come.
I have to do AFR for Paul
Oh,
Friday.
boo.
Like I'm not leaving here till 6:30. So
Well, you can. I'm sure. Like, if it's bad, you'll find out pretty quick.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I got a feeling Alondra will send that in the group.
Oh, we're
real
documenting
quick.
this.
Yeah. I had multiple people that work at LSU say, "Oh, we got the creative team ready too." I'm like,
Good.
"Oh, good, cool." And yes, I am towing the rubber like God intended.
Wait, okay, so you're towing the rubber. Did we decide stretch or wind up?
I think it's going to be a little bit of combination of both.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think stretch is the move.
Yeah. It's going to be more stretch than wind up.
Yeah. But you got to get a little leg
Yeah.
kick up in there.
Yeah, I'm going to get like a little half leg kick. You know, nobody's going to be on base, so don't have to worry about a balk or taking too long to get to the plate.
Yeah.
Hadn't decided if I'm going to pick off to the third base dugout and throw one at Sully yet, just to make sure he's watching.
I think you should.
Should, maybe.
Or like Matt said, the Gator Chomp X.
Yeah,
I think that's also the move.
yeah. Well, it depends on what happens Thursday.
Thursday, true.
We win Thursday, you could see that. If we lose on Thursday, then I'm just going to like throw it out there and say, thank God for coming out. God bless you. Good night. You know?
God bless you. Good night.
Yeah.
So y'all know I have those meetings on Thursdays like when I have to leave the studio real quick, and it's like the promotions meeting. So I was in the promotions meeting last week, and I was like, and Jake's gonna throw out the first pitch. I'll have some video for y'all if y'all want to use it for y'all social pages or whatever. And Cade goes, "You should sing the national anthem." I was like, oh my God, I should sing the national anthem.
Yeah, I mean, just a full OTB experience.
Yeah, and the most American experience too.
Yeah.
Because Taylor
Taylor.
obviously can't go because he hates America.
Way to bring that up after I said I couldn't go, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Well,
It's convenient.
we didn't want to tell the reason, but
I mean, we know why.
I'm filling in for
stars
Paul.
are aligning, you know.
Paul acts like he has a newborn and he has to take off every now and then. So
What's wrong with him?
filling in for him.
I took off, I think, half a show when Harlow was born.
That's crazy.
Paul.
You called in the next morning
I
or the day after.
came
I don't know.
in.
Hey, kind of had a baby.
came in.
Yeah.
Did you?
because
Okay.
Tommy Tanks hit the walk-off.
That's right.
God, I so would have named my kid Tommy. If
Yeah, if it would have been a boy.
yeah.
Not that you couldn't. You
Tommy
could
would be
use it.
kind of cool
But-
girl name.
You could do like a middle name, Tomi.
Katie
She'd
let
have-
me,
and
Katie let
she
me
is.
name all the boys.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and so like
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
how it's
yeah,
gonna
she
be.
had.
She's gotta have the
She
girl.
had this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I came in like halfway during the show. I think I just stormed in. Really, didn't even tell anybody I was coming. And then I think that was like probably like a Friday or so, maybe, and then I just showed up Monday.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe I missed a day. I don't really know.
That was a long time ago.
I think Harlow's about to be 3. That makes me sad. And so on that note, we will take our first break of the show. We'll get this show started when we come back here live from the Razr studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing. When you go to the homepage, you can check out all the 5-star reviews right there. It's the first thing that you're going to see. And they have 5 stars on Facebook, 5 stars on Yelp, on Google right now, 4.8 stars with over 600 reviews, including 600 5-star plus reviews. Storm-ready roof solutions always. Roof, if it's needing small repair, if it needs a full replacement, if you're putting a roof on for the very first time, they've got you covered. They are the leader in the roofing game. And we always say Lafayette and Baton Rouge because we do want you to know they have locations in both. This isn't somebody that's just one location driving back and forth in the basin. They are there, boots on the ground, and the local community truly does mean something to Pelican Roofing. They have a community tab, top right corner of the website. Check out what they've got going on in your local community, and you can do it all on the website at pelicanroof.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly led me to you.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, are you feeling run down, a little dehydrated, fighting fatigue, illness, or just trying to recover after a long week? Go see the team at GoFlow IV Spa. GoFlow specializes in IV hydration and vitamin infusion therapy designed to help with energy, recovery, immunity, athletic performance, beauty care, and even hangovers. You'll be treated by licensed medical professionals using custom IV treatments that make you feel refreshed and ready to go. It's located, as we always say, right there on Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge. Remember the website, goflowiv.com, G-E-A-U-X, flowiv.com. You can also pick up the phone, give them a call, schedule everything today at 225-953-8150. GoFlow IV Spa, refill, recharge, and recover. All right, the big news that, well, because this is how it always happens, that broke right after the show. College GameDay is headed to Baton Rouge for the Week 1 matchup against the Clemson Tigers, and this is going to be, I think, personally, would love to get y'all's thoughts. I think this is going to be one of the best college game day experiences we've ever had here at LSU, and that is saying something because we have done it as well as anybody. It feels like we've been on air more than anybody in the last 26 years. Certainly been one of the top teams, but you have two marquee programs. You've got obviously two coaches that are in the headlines with Lane Kiffin and Dabo Swinney. You've got the entire Death Valley here, Death Valley there situation. You beat Clemson a year ago on their field. There's a lot of eyeballs surrounding both programs, for different reasons, I think. For LSU, it's like the expectation of Lane Kiffin and what he's going to be able to do with his staff here. And is LSU going to be able to turn it around and become a national contender again? And then for the Clemson Tigers, their fan base, is Dabo still the guy that has the juice and what it takes to be a national relevant head coach? So you've got a lot of storylines. And being where the game's being played, it really could be a host of teams, but it being Clemson makes a lot of sense. Again, so many different storylines that you can have during the show. But with the anticipation of LSU football, how excited people are for some new and to have what they believe is a really good opportunity to make a run and try to get into the playoff. And you haven't been in the playoff in a while to your standard, right? 2019, as we all know. So I understand fully why they're going to pick this game. It makes all the sense in the world. Campus is going to be a movie scene that day. It's going to be incredible. And I'm glad they picked this game. And LSU better win.
I actually do think that College Game Day made the right decision here coming to LSU versus Clemson. And I agree that the hype for the game is going to be unreal just because, like what you just said, we're excited that Lane Kiffin is now the head coach. You want to see what that new offense looks like. You have a new quarterback in Sam Levitt, basically a whole new offense. The defense that you have, like, we're always excited to see the defense because it's been pretty solid under Blake Baker. And then last season was so awful that everybody's just like wanting a good season and they're wanting to get back out there to actually have some hope. And I hate to for baseball to catch a straight here, but baseball hasn't been great. So I think people are just kind of really wanting something good, and football season is going to be great. I think you're right that the hype is going to be unreal.
Well, since you hired Lane Kiffin in late November, I mean, Alondra wants to throw straight at baseball. Let's throw one at basketball, too. They were awful this year. Basically, since you hired Lane Kiffin, this is the only thing you've had to look forward to as far as on-field sports.
Well, for men's sports.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ladies have been carrying us this
Right.
entire run.
Yeah.
The gymnastics and basketball and softball.
Right. And even softball, at that point, you were like, okay, what are they going to be? They didn't pick it up till a little bit later.
Yeah.
And no, it's Lane Kiffin. I mean, that's what it is. This game probably should have been game day a year ago if Ohio State and Texas don't exist. But you got Lane on one side. The box office, everybody loves him, everybody hates him. Doesn't matter. People are going to tune in. And then on the other side of the field, you got Dabo Swinney, who for a while was considered one of the premier coaches in college football. Now, the last 2 or 3 years, people say he won't adapt to the transfer portal. Dabo's made certain comments. You're looking at, okay, Kiffin comes in on one side. Can he revitalize the LSU program? And then can Dabo Swinney keep his job, essentially, this year? There's so many storylines going in this game. I think it's perfect.
Now, Clemson has finally started to take some transfers. They bring in a running back through the transfer portal. They bring in, I believe it was 9 guys on defense through the transfer portal. So that is brand new. Remember, for a long time, Clemson only had, a guy that started his career at Clemson, left and came back in the portal. And then they had, Bear Bryant's grandson, who
Paul
Dabo
Tyson
obviously played at Alabama.
Yeah.
So there was a tie there as well. And then they finally started to get some last year. They got an edge rusher a year ago. And now, not fully cannonball style like LSU has and others have, but they at least brought in guys through the transfer portal. But for the most part, there's going to be a lot of guys that you played a year ago when you played Clemson. And, the guys that are missing were the guys you were probably most worried about when you played Clemson, right? They're going to be without their top receiver from that game, their quarterback from that game, the leading rusher from that game. And so this is going to be a big year. Like, I'm not going to sit here and break down Clemson football on, May the 13th. But for them, this is as must-win as a Week 1 game can possibly be. That is a program that needs some juice. They need some positive momentum going in the right direction. So, what version of Clemson are we getting? I don't think we know. There's going to be a lot of new. Now, there's going to be some names. There's going to be some guys that you remember from a year ago. But, again, the biggest names are not there anymore. They're in the National Football League. So this is as make or break for Dabo Swinney as he's ever had before, maybe even more than when he was the interim coach trying to get the job.
Well, think about how many guys he had drafted too, Jake, and they were awful last year.
Yeah,
it's so much different than last year's game. Like last year, you had Nussmeier versus Cade Klubnik. Everybody was like, these are the two of the top 5 quarterbacks in the country. Now, for different reasons, it didn't work out that way, but Dabo lost a lot of talent. Antonio Williams, Klubnik we talked about, Parker.
Adam Randall at running back.
Parker, Peter Woods. Like, there was a lot of good players on that team, and they drastically underperformed. Like, yeah, Dabo's absolutely coaching for his job.
Hey, but he got that 5-star with the one.
You ever seen one of these? You ever seen Christian football?
He did.
What
Forgot
are you?
his name 100%.
5-star, 6-star, 7-star?
You're 10-star in my book.
10-star in my book.
I can't.
I don't know your name.
He does not know that guy's name.
There's a guy in the back holding up a card. It was like, this is it right here.
God, that was we might even need to play that in hour 3.
We need to revisit it.
Yeah, I got a couple of videos I want to play in hour 3. So
also, I think we're obviously super hyped up for the season, right?
Oh yeah.
But right now, especially after the Vanity Fair article came out, people hate Lane Kiffin.
Oh yeah.
So I think
they already did.
They already did
for the
before.
most part, but
and he's always been a troll. And so people he always had, whether you loved or hate him, always had a really big draw and had the attention on him at all times, which he loves. And I just think that the clamor, one way or another, around Lane Kiffin, it's going to be a hype football season no matter what.
And LSU fans are buying right into it. Well, I don't know.
I'm on the fence, but
Mintz did actually put out that his LSU contact was a little perturbed by how things are playing out.
Not true.
Okay,
right. So he said, that one
like,
LSU fan that he talked to. So he's like, hey, I don't think they're buying what he's selling down there.
Right.
Yeah, that's not true. He didn't even have a name at the top. He made that text himself.
He sent it himself.
I'll say that,
Or T-Bob sent it to him.
I'm just not going to be, number one Lane Kiffin apologist, lover, everything. I'm not going to – he's not free of criticism from me.
I think this show showed last year.
Yeah, right.
That if you don't do what you're supposed to do, not only are we going to call it out,
right,
we're going to give film examples of what we're talking about. Still shots and video.
Yes.
So get ready for the
I'm
for
definitely
the media.
excited. Yeah.
Get ready for the media pub because they're going to Ole Miss week 3. College game day, you'll have at LSU week 1, LSU versus Ole Miss week 3.
Well,
so
we'll talk about that's something I do want to circle back to. That game got announced, no surprise, as a night game. I do want to come back to that.
I do too.
Everything surrounding that game. We'll take a break now. We've got our guy Ross Jackson set to join us when we come back to talk New Orleans Saints, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, nobody likes dragging garbage cans to the curb, and nobody likes bringing them back either. That's why you need Trash Rangers. Trash Rangers is the simple service that handles your trash can pickup and return for you every single week. They can roll your cans out before pickup day and bring them back once the trash has been collected, so you never have to worry about it again. It's perfect for busy families, elderly homeowners, frequent travelers, short-term rental owners, or honestly anybody trying to not deal with the hassle of taking the trash out. And that's just one convenience that they have. They have multiple conveniences. Trash Rangers make sure your cans are out every time, helping you avoid missed pickups and keeping your property looking clean and organized. Locally owned and servicing communities right here in South Louisiana, Trash Rangers is changing the game when it comes to everyday convenience. So stop dealing with the hassle and let Trash Rangers handle it. Visit TrashRangers.com to sign up today. Trash Rangers, taking out the hassle one driveway at a time.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'd be coming home back to you every night, doing you right.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Going to go to the phone lines now. We've got our guy Ross Jackson at Ross Jackson. NOLA is the handle there on social media. Give him a follow. Of course, bringing great Saints content every single day to LouisianaSports.net. Ross, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
Hey, brother, I'm doing great, man. Thanks so much for having me on. Glad to be here with you.
Absolutely. Look, excited to talk about the Saints, even though we are here in May, because I think there's going to be some new personnel. There's going to be some new ways of doing things, I think, for the Saints. We had a chance to see the rookies for a couple of days as well. So maybe just start with some of your biggest takeaways from rookie minicamp.
Yeah, I think a couple different things that stood out. First of all, I'll start off with, he's number 0 in the jersey, but he's number 1 in every Saints fan's heart right now. And that's, of course, first-round pick Jordan Tyson. The dude is just different. I always kind of hearken it to, there were a couple of years ago, or it was a couple of years ago, rather, we were in Irvine, California for the full stretch of training camp. And it was Alvin Kamara, and then the first day at the running back position, Kendre Miller ended up getting hurt. So he was out for what ended up being the rest of training camp. And it was, so the running back position was kind of like Alvin Kamara and then like some guys, basically. Yeah. And you could see the way that Alvin moved and how different it was from the rest of that position group, and it stood out like a sore thumb. That was similar to what it felt like watching Jordan Tyson. Now, obviously, still some good and talented running backs there. Barryon Brown, who was drafted in the 6th round. Bryce Lance, who was drafted in the 4th. So still some good talent there, too. But even with that, Jordan Tyson was just that much different. And so for me, that was a big standout for sure. I really liked the pace and approach that the Saints took to rookie minicamp. A lot of teams either have completely just moved on from the idea of rookie minicamp. Some of them have even not had their drafted rookie class present for rookie minicamp. The Saints instead went kind of full pace as much as you can in a rookie minicamp setting, but everything coming out of the huddle, getting to the line was kind of up tempo. There was motion. They used shifts. They did a lot of things kind of like they did last year, where they threw a lot at these guys coming in to try to kind of even up the gap a bit between where rookies and veterans are when they finally got together on Monday. And so I enjoyed that approach. I thought that was another big takeaway for me.
Now, Ross, one of the things that we were talking about based off some of the rookie minicamp conversation was you have Oscar Delp now, who you drafted in the 3rd round. Noah Fant was somebody that was signed as a free agent in the offseason. And then you've got Juwan Johnson, obviously, who's your starting tight end. And the Saints last year only used 12 personnel about 17% of the time. Now, if you go back in Kellen Moore's history, when he was in Philly, he certainly used it more, about double almost what they used a year ago in New Orleans. Do you expect that to change with signing a tight end and drafting one early in the draft?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I think both with those two signifiers, but also just like it's what's next in the league right now, right? The league is trending towards kind of heavier sets, whether that's 2 running backs or 2 tight ends. So right now it's a lot more kind of 2 or 3 tight end sets. As usual, it's Sean McVay kind of paving the way for the rest of the NFL over at Los Angeles, who really kicked that usage up in his offense last year. And it makes sense. We've kind of been waiting for this. The NFL sort of goes through its ebbs and flows for many years. Offenses were getting lighter, a lot of 11 personnel, a lot of 3 wide receiver sets that forced the defenses to go much lighter. Now that those defenses are built to be lighter, more athletic linebackers, safeties that can do a little bit more and all that. Now that those defenses are lighter, you're going to see the offenses start to change back to being heavier. And we're just going to watch this kind of go back and forth over and over again, as we often do in the league. But I just think that's the trend in terms of where things are headed, and I think that the Saints now have the roster ready to be able to compete with that.
Catching up with our guy Ross Jackson here on OTB, talking New Orleans Saints. Now over on the offensive line, I think Jeremiah Wright was somebody in the 4th round that if you didn't know who he was as a Saints fan, you probably should, because I do think, Ross, there's a real opportunity. If Cesar Ruiz doesn't come correct, if he half steps into this season, like Wright has an opportunity to compete with him, and the Saints have to solidify the offensive line in the interior. They did so by signing David Edwards, and if Cesar Ruiz doesn't have the type of year that they're looking for, it does feel like Jeremiah Wright is somebody that has starter qualities.
Yeah, look, they love Jeremiah Wright. They were big on him at the Senior Bowl. He was a big-time standout. We saw a lot of, and they got a lot of really kind of up-close and personal looks with him with, Coach Joel Thomas, who's the Saints assistant head coach, running backs coach, being the head coach of the team at the Senior Bowl that Jeremiah Wright was on.
Yep.
And so they got a lot of really good, strong homework done on this player who's, 6'5", 321. That is Kellen Moore's style of offensive lineman. He likes those big, tall guards. We see that with David Edwards as well, who stands at 6'6". And so I think you're right. If there's any semblance of Cesar Ruiz struggling, or even if he comes off the field for injury or anything like that, which, look, in the NFL, your offensive line's not playing 17 games together. No. It's not going to happen. And so there's a chance that, he ends up having to miss some snaps there, or somebody else, whatever, that Jeremiah Wright steps into a role and then doesn't give it up. I think he's a really talented player. He's a little bit, I'm going to use the word underdeveloped, even though it's really less about that. And it's more that, Auburn just kind of kept moving him around a bunch. He came in as a tackle, they moved him to defensive tackle, then eventually they moved him over to offensive line. I think that's one of the reasons why Saints general manager Mickey Loomis was saying that, going to just focus with him at right guard, because moving him around right now would be a disservice. I think that that's kind of what, a commentary of what, not directly from Loomis, but it is a commentary on, what happened to him over at Auburn. And so I think that, combined with the fact that Loomis, kind of unsolicited called Cesar Ruiz's name, during the end of the year press conference last year, saying that's the guy that we need more from, was his quote. That was a pretty good signifier of where things might be headed there. And so I think that there's a real fire under Cesar Ruiz right now being applied by the organization. He's feeling that. He feels the pressure. He's got a chip on his shoulder coming into the season, but he's got to make good on that chip. And so if he doesn't, now he's got a young rookie that's going to be breathing down his neck.
Now, Ross, one of the things that they did here in the offseason to step away from the rookies for a bit, they trade for Tyree Wilson during the draft, a former top 10 pick who they got for a 5th rounder. They signed Anthony Jennings as well on the outside to give you some depth at the edge rusher position. Now, a lot of Saints fans are going to ask the question, okay, if you sign Jennings, you trade for Wilson, why not sign Cam Jordan? He's played 15 years for your team. His number's going to be at the top of the stadium when he retires. He has been a top 5 player in the history of your franchise, and he had 10.5 sacks last year. He was productive. So you're making these moves and not signing Cam. Cam's still available. We know he made $6 million and some change last year. He probably wants somewhere closer to 10. I don't know that you're willing to go there. But a lot of Saints fans were also going to ask the question, why not, if you're still trying to bring in players at the position?
Yeah, I think it's what you just mentioned. It's the fiscal responsibility approach, right? I mean, this is an approach the Saints are now taking now that they're in some salary cap health here, to where they're not going out there and, giving a bunch of money to aging players like they once were and all that. Now, Cam Jordan is much more than that. He's not just a player who has an age. He is a player who at his age is remarkably productive. And so, he deserves that credit. But I do think that there is a sense of having to make sure that if Cam Jordan does return to New Orleans, that there's a role that makes sense for him. And for the Saints, they have to make sure that it's at a contract level and protection that makes sense to them. And so it is a little bit of work on both sides in order to get there. I don't think that the trade to acquire Tyree Wilson nor the signing of Anthony Jennings precludes you from going after and bringing back Cam Jordan. I don't think either of those guys brings to you what Cam Jordan brings to you. Tyree Wilson is somebody that was drafted number 7 overall, yes, but is somebody that also could probably use a little bit more fire. He's somebody that needs to prove something on the field, all that. There's still question marks around him. There's still a question mark about where he even plays. Do you play him as a stand-up edge rusher, or do you use him as a 5-tech, run stopper and all that? So there's still question marks around that, and that's a good example of how you can allow both him and Cam Jordan to maybe even coexist on a football field together. Anthony Jennings, again, very good run stopper, wants to prove he can be a pass rusher. I think has the fire to be a little bit more impactful immediately, but still not, what you could have in a Cam Jordan based on what you saw from him last year. So I don't think that the book is closed there. I don't think that anything that Saints have done so far precludes them from continuing to turn those pages either. And so we'll see exactly how things go, but it has to be a little bit of a tightrope walk because the Saints are not going to be willing to commit too much money to a player at a certain point in their career. And of course, they have to be able to provide the role that Cam is going to want at this point in his career as well.
All right, there he is, our guy, Ross Jackson. At Ross Jackson NOLA is the handle. Give him a follow on social media. Check out his articles on LouisianaSports.net. Always doing big things there. Also, host of Locked On Saints. He is everywhere. He does it every single day. Our guy, Ross Jackson. We appreciate it, Ross.
Hey, absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on. Talk to you soon. You take care. Stay safe.
Yeah, you as well. Great breakdown, as always. And something I do want to talk about when we come back. Like, Cam Jordan's played 15 years for the New Orleans Saints. He was really good just a year ago. You're trying to bring in people, and like Ross said, not to necessarily replace him because these players aren't Cam Jordan, but you're spending resources and you're spending money on bringing people in. If you don't want to pay Cam as much, you're paying those two players a salary. It just feels like if you would have brought Cam back, then you wouldn't have had to go get those players. And it's a very interesting conversation because of what he means to the franchise in the city, in the locker room, and between the white lines. And we'll have it close out hour number 1 of OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, South Louisiana summer is here. You've probably felt it over the last couple of days, and if your AC can't keep up, you need Emerson Heating and Air. At Emerson, they know when your air conditioning goes down, it's not just uncomfortable, it is an absolute emergency. That's why their team is available 24/7 for residential and commercial service across the Baton Rouge area. So whether it's a quick repair, routine maintenance, or full system replacement, Emerson's licensed technicians get the job done right the first time. There's no shortcuts, no surprises, just honest work from a local company that's built on a reputation you can trust. And remember, right now, OTB listeners, you can take advantage of an $89 AC tune-up to make sure your system is ready to go to handle the Louisiana heat before it becomes a bigger issue, more expensive, always spending money to figure it out. Go get that $89 OTB listener special tune-up. You can find it at emsair.net. That's emsair.net.
New York City. You are now rapping with 50 Cent. You gotta love it. I just wanna chill and catch stunts in my 745. You drive me crazy.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Except this segment, big voice lady. We're locked in on Saints football. Because we're talking Cam Jordan. And Cam a year ago was really good. He had 10.5 sacks, forced 2 fumbles, played in all 17 games. Now, I don't need to tell any Saints fan what he's done, but just in case you've been living under a rock for the last 15 years, he's played in 243 games. He's only missed 1 game, and he has 132 sacks in his career, 17 forced fumbles. He's Cam Jordan, right? I mean, he is somebody that's going to be a gold jacket guy. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He was on the all-decade team, in the 2010s. He is what he is, which is a hell of a football player, an even better teammate, and he's great in every portion of New Orleans, the city. He's always involved in something. And look, I understand that, you go back to 2022, he had, I believe, 8.5 sacks, and then it falls off a little bit. He has 2 and then 4, and you're like, okay, is that it? Well, then he comes back and he has 10.5 just the last year. And for me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense if we're going to sign Anthony Jennings, if we're going to go out and make a trade. Now it's a 5th-round pick, but you gave up something. You gave up an asset for Tyree Wilson, and look, you declined his fifth-year option, so you're not going to give him that huge money, but you're still paying him a first-round salary. So I look at those moves, I'm like, why would you not just sign Cam Jordan? If he wants 10, he made 6. Well, he outplayed 6 last year with 10.5 sacks. Give him 8. Give him $8 million. Give him $8.5 million, right? Meet him somewhere in the middle, or if you have to go a little bit over to Cam's side, that's okay. Again, he's going to have his name and jersey number at the top of the Superdome. He's one of the best players to ever play for your franchise, and he was productive a year ago. Stop trying to go sign guys to try to equal up to Cam, right? 4 guys to equal up to what Cam gave you is 4 salaries. You could just pay Cam. Cam means way much more to your team than anybody else that you could sign. He means more to your locker room. He means more to the city of New Orleans. So just go sign Cam Jordan. Give him a little bit of money because he earned that money a year ago. And we'll see if the Saints get that done. Hour 2, Dr. Etheridge joins us when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at KTOZBlinds.com. KTOZBlinds.com is the website. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Brandon Barton and the team been doing it big since 2004. Now, if you go to the website, KTOZBlinds.com, look in the top right corner. It's going to give you the contact information for the 985, the 225, and the 337. Because if you're listening to us in Louisiana, chances are they can help you out at your home, at your business. So drapes, if you want shutters, if you need anything, blinds, they've got you covered. But also on the outside of your home, the exterior. If you want that motorized screen that we tell you about all the time, you push a button, it goes down, shades your entire living room like it does for me. It gives my daughter a great play area as well right there on the back patio because it's not hot, right? It cools it down completely. They've got different variations of the shade as well. Go check it all out. Schedule that appointment today, KTOZBlinds.com.